Good day, ma'am. My name is Russell Jake B. Maynay from the University of Mindanao, taking Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, major in structural. So, my topic for this report is linear programming simplex maximization method containing greater than symbol. So, the simplex method linear programming was created by George B. Dantzig from Stanford University. It is a repeated optimization until an optimal solution is found. Linear defines the relationship between multiple variables with degree 1, while programming defines the process of selecting the best solution from various alternatives. Maximize or minimize the numerical values. For introduction, the proceeding on maximization problems solved by the simplex method is limited to problems containing the less than symbol in the constraints. In a maximization problem, we always add a slack variable to convert a constraint to equation. But if the constraint has the greater than symbol, we cannot transform it to equation by immediately adding a slack variable for obvious reason. Hence, we must convert first the symbol greater than to a less than symbol. This is easily done by multiplying the inequality constraint by -1. Then add the slack variable in this particular case since the greater than symbol implies a value bigger than the right number. The constraint containing the greater than symbol could not have solution variable in x and y, both equal to 0 for obvious reason. Hence, it is not possible for the right slack variable in this particular constraint to become negative. So for example, we have to maximize 50x sub 1 plus 20x sub 2. So this maximization problem was subjected to x sub 1 less than 20 and x sub 2 less than 30 and x sub 1 plus x sub 2 greater than 48. And the slack variable, the two slack variable is x sub 1 greater than 0 and x sub 2 greater than 0. So, as what I've said earlier, we cannot perform this symbol, so we have to multiply it by -1. -1. So this column will become negative x sub 1, and negative x sub 2 is here, and negative x sub, negative 48. So now we extract the symbol to become less than symbol. Now that we construct the variable, now let's move on to table 1. So we have 50, 20, 0, 0, 0. So this 50 will serve the x sub 1, and 20 is x sub 2, and 0 is s sub 1, s sub 2, and s sub 3. So, we have the production of S sub 1, quantity 20, and X sub 1 is, we have 1, and X sub 2, 0, and 1, 0, 0. So now, this is our pivotal row, this column. So, the second one is S sub 2, quantity 30, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. And S sub 3 is equal to 48, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1. So our ZJ 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So if we multiply it together, we have 50, 20, 0, 0, 0. So this column is our optimal column. So if we check the table 1, let's back to our example. So we have here S sub 1 is equal to 20 and S sub 2 is equal to 30 and S sub 3 is equal to 48. So our S sub 1 to 3 will become 1, 0, negative 1, and the rest are 0. See, for table 1 and table 1 explanation, we have the consist of exceeding variables. We have this. You can see on table 1, we have here x sub 1, s sub 1, 1. And x sub 2, s sub 1, we have 0. And s sub 1, we have 1. And s sub 2, s sub 1, we have 0. S sub 3, and s sub 1, we have 0. So let's check the table 1 explanation. So we have the same table. So for S sub 2 column, we have S sub 1, X sub 1, S sub 2, we have 0, and X sub 2, we have 1, S sub 1, we have 0, and S sub 2, we have 1, and S sub 3, we have 0. So we have the same for table 1 explanation and also for S sub 3. We have negative 1, 0, 0, 1. So for table 2, we have to compute the S sub 1 row and S sub 3 of row table 1. So we have here the X sub 1 of 20 multiplied by 1 plus negative 48. Since our S sub 3 here is 48, so the equal is negative 28. So we have also 1 multiplied by 1 plus negative 1 is equal to 0. And 0 multiplied by 1 plus negative 1 is equal to negative 1. 1 multiplied by 1 plus 0 is equal to negative 1. 0 multiplied by 1 plus 0 is equal to 0. And lastly, we have 0 multiplied by 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. So now that we construct S sub 1 and S sub 3 of row from table 1, now we have 20, 30, and negative 28. So our ZG now is 1,000, and we copy the consisting value of remaining variables. Table 3, we have to compute the S3 row entries since X sub 1 row entries will just be transferred since the entry along the optimum column is already 0. So, we have here 30 multiplied by 1 plus negative 28 is equal to 2. And 0 multiplied by 1 plus 0 is equal to 0. And 1 multiplied by 1 plus negative 1 is equal to 0. 0 multiplied by 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. And 1 multiplied by 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. And 0 multiplied by 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Now that we already construct table 3, now let's move on to table 3 with complete entries. So as you can see, after we construct from table 1 to table 2 up to 3, our variables will become smaller. So as you can see on table 1, we have 20, 30, and negative 48. And for after we construct it, now we have 20, 30, and 2. Since we construct also S3 column by 30 multiplied by 1 plus negative 28 is equal to 2. Therefore, our CJ here will become 1,600. Since we have in table 2 we have 1,000, So we multiplied here the 20 and 30 to become 600. So if we add both, we have 1/6. So we copy the pivotal column from table 1 to table 3. So we have the same numbers. So for decision, x sub 1 is equal to 20 and x sub 2 is equal to 30. So the maximum amount of this example is 1,600. So that's it for this table. Let's move on to my example. So for example number 1, we have a factory produces two products A and B. The profit from product A is $40 per unit and the profit from product B is $30 per unit. The factory has a daily production capacity of 80 hours and 60 kilograms of raw material. Each unit of product A requires 2 hours of production time and 1 kilogram of raw material, while each unit of product B requires 1 hour of production time and 1 kilogram of raw material. The factory aims to maximize its profit. Formulate this as a linear programming problem and find the optimal production quantities of product A and B. So, let's write this example. So, we have product A. Product A is equal to 2 hours production and 1 kilogram of raw material with $40 profit. And for product B, we have 1 hour production, 1 kilogram of raw material, and $30 of profit. So for formulation, we have decision variables. So for decision variables, we have x sub 1, we have x sub 1 is equal to units of product A. And for x sub 2, we have the units of product B. Product. So, now that we construct the product and decision variables, now let's move on to objective functions to maximize the given problem. Objective functions. So we have to maximize x sub 1 and x sub 2. Since our x sub 1 is the profit of $40, so we have to copy the $40, we have to copy the 40 here to x sub 1. And for x sub 2, we have $30 profit, so we have to copy the 30 from x sub 2. So for constraints, constraints, we have 2x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is less than 80. And x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is less than 60. So we have 60 here since 40 and 30 is we have to multiply it by 2. Equal to 80 and 60. So x sub 1 is greater than 0 and x sub 2 is greater than 60. Number 1, we have product A of 2 hours production, 1 kilogram of raw material and $40 of profit. And for product B, 1 hour production, 1 kilogram raw material and $30 of profit. Total available is 80 hours production and 60 kilograms raw material. So, we have to formulate the end decision variables. So, for x sub 1, we have units of product A, and x sub 2, we have units of product B. So, for objective function, we have to maximize 40x sub 1 plus 30x sub 2. So, the constraint of this maximization is 2x plus x sub 2 is less than 80. That is for production time. And for x sub 1 plus x sub 2 less than 60, that is for raw material. So we have x sub 1 is greater than 0 and x sub 2 is greater than 0. So for initial simplex table, we have s sub 1 and s sub 2 and x sub 3 to RHS. So for S sub 1, we have the column of 2, 1, 1, 0, 80. So we have to copy the 80 here from the total available of 80 hours production. And for S sub 2, we have 1, 1, 0, 1, 60. So R60 here is for raw material. So we have here the production time and we have the raw material. So for RZ, we have to move we have to move the positive to negative values. So we have the x sub 1 here. So our production for production A is we have 40. So for our initial value, so for our initial simplex table, we have to convert it to negative 40. And for 30, we have R negative 30. So, for the pivot, we have pivot operation here and we have the two pivot. So, for first pivot, we have to enter x sub 1 and let leave s sub 1. So, x sub 1 is we have here 1, 1 half, 1 half, 0, and 40. So, for S sub 2, we have 0, 1 half, negative 1 half, 1, and 20. So, RZ is 0, negative 10, 20, 0, and 1,600. And for our second pivot, we have to enter x sub 1 and leave s sub 2. So for x sub 1, we have a 1, 0, 1, negative 1 half, and 30. And x sub 2, we have 0, 1, negative 1, 2, and 40. So as you can see, the value here for RHS is we have to change again the symbol to positive. Since we moved the 30 and 40 to RHS from Z. So our Z value here is 0, 0, 10, 20, and 2,000. So for optimal solution, we have x sub 1 is equal to 30. So that is our units of production A. And for x sub 2, we have 40 units of product B. So our maximum profit for this example is we have the $2,200. Ay, tangaan ako eh. Pwede gibas na sa nakunan. So for example, number 2, a company manufactures two types of furniture, chairs and tables. Each chair requires 3 hours of labor and 2 units of wood, while each table requires 4 hours of labor and 3 units of wood. The company has 240 hours of labor and 180 units of wood available each week. The profit from selling a chair is $50 and the profit from selling a table is $70. The company wants to maximize its profit. Formulate this as a linear programming problem and find the optimal number of chairs and tables to produce. So for solution, we have chairs, 3 hours of labors, and 2 units of wood and $50 profit. So we have the $50, 3 hours, and 2 units of woods. So for tables, we have 4 hours labor, 3 units of wood, and $70 profit. So we have here $70 profit and 4 hours labor and 3 hours, 3 units of wood for tables. So the total available is 240 hours labor and 180 units wood. So the 240 is here and the 180 units is here. So for formulation, we have decision variables. So for x sub 1, we have number of chairs and x sub 2, number of tables. So we have to maximize 50 x sub 1 and 70 x sub 2. So for constraints or subject to, as we called, is 3x sub 1 plus 4x sub 2 is less than 240 for labor. And for 2x sub 1 plus 3x sub 2 greater than 180 is for wood. So x sub 1 is greater than 0 and x sub 2 is greater than 0. So for their initial simplex table, we have S sub 1, S sub 2, and Z. So for this column, S sub 1 to X sub 1 to S sub 2, we have here 3, 4, 1, 0, and 240. So the 240 here is for the labor, and the 180 here is for wood. The 180. And for Z, we have negative 50, negative 70, 0, 0, 0. So we have to change the positive sign to negative sign since we're dealing with maximization. So for pivot operations, we have to enter x sub 2 and leave s sub 1. So we have x sub 2 for 3/4, 1, 1/4, 0, and 60. And for s sub 2, we have 1/2, 0, and negative 3/4, 1, and 30. So for z, so we have here negative 12.5, 0, and 17.5, 0, and 4,200. So for the second pivot, we have to enter x sub 1 and leave s sub 2. So for x sub 1, we have here 1, 0, negative 1.5, 2/3, and 20. So for x sub 2, we have 0, 1, 2, 2/3, and 50. So for z, we have here 0, 0. Since our initial table here is negative, so we have 4. So for number 2 pivot operation, we have to turn it to 0. So the negative 50 here and negative 70 here will become 0, and we will input 40 and 20 here and 5,000. So for our optimal solution, we have x sub 1 is equal to 20 for chairs and x sub 2 is equal to 20 tables. So our maximum profit for this is $5,000 profit. For the last example, which is number 3, a farmer has 100 acres of land on which she can plant wheat and corn. Each acre of wheat requires $20 for seeds and $30 for fertilizer, while each acre of corn requires $40 for seeds and $10 for fertilizer. The farmer has $2,000 available for seeds and $1,200 for fertilizer. The profit from an acre of wheat is $100, and the profit from an acre of corn is $150. The farmer wants to maximize their profit. Formulate this as a linear programming problem and find the optimal number of acres to plant with wheat and corn.
For example number 3, we have wheat for $20 seeds, $30 fertilizer, $100 profit. So for corn, we have $40 seeds and $10 fertilizer and $150 profit. So the total available is $2,000 seeds and $1,200 fertilizer. So for decision variables, we have to get the x sub 1 of acres of wheat, x sub 2 acres of corn. So for objective function, we have to maximize the 100 x sub 1 and 150 x sub 2. So the constraint of these two will be 20 x sub 1 got from wheat to seed, from wheat and seeds. So for $40 x sub 2, we got it from corn, which is $40. Is less than 2,000 for seeds. And for 30 x sub 1, we got it from fertilizer from wheat. And for $10, we got it from corn of $10 fertilizer of wheat. Less than 1,200 for fertilizer. And for land, we have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 less than 100 for land. So our x sub 1 is greater than 0 and our x sub 2 is greater than 0. So for their initial simplex table, we have s sub 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, and 100. So the 100 is, we got it from land. So the RHS stands for right hand side. So for S sub 2, we have 20, 40, 0, 1, 0, 2,000. So for 2,000, we got it from seeds. And our S sub 2, 20, we got it here, and we got it also here. So for S sub 3, we got 30 from fertilizer and 10 from fertilizer. And the rest 0, 0, 1. And the 1, 2 here is from fertilizer. So RZ, so in order to maximize this, we have to put the initial simplex table to the 100 to negative 100 and negative 150. And the rest are 0. So, for pivot operations, we have 2 pivot operations. So, the first pivot is enter x sub 2, leave s sub 2. So, for s sub 1, we have here 1 half, 0, 1, and negative 140. So, as you can see, our s sub 2 there is 0. But in pivot, we have to put negative 1 on s sub 2 together and over 40. 0 and 50. Our x sub 2 is 1 half, 1, 0. The negative 1 here is the negative 1 here for x sub 2 for s sub 1 will become positive and x sub 2. So 1 over 40 and 0 and 50. So for s sub 3, we have 15, 0, 0. So the subject here will change, it will become to negative 1 over 4, and for s sub 3 we have 1 and 1,000. So for RZ, we we have negative 25, 0, 0, 3.75, 0, and 7,400 or 7,500. And so for our pivot, we have to enter x sub 1 and leave s sub 3. So for our column 1, we got x sub 1, which is 1, 0, 0, negative 1 over 15, and 1 over 15. And for our right hand side, we have 200 over 3. And for x sub 2, we have 0, 1, 0, 1 over 40, 0, and 50. So for s sub 1, we have 0, 0, 1, negative 30 over 600, and 1 over 300. And for our right hand side, we have 20. So lastly, we have the column of z, which is our objective functions. So our z here will become 0, 0, 0, 3.33, 0.67, and our right hand side for z is 8,333.33. So we can now solve our optimal solution. So for our optimal solution for x sub 1 here, we got 200 over 3, which is approximately to 66.67 level. So that is for accrease of wheat. So for x sub 2, we have to get the accrease of corn. So in optimal solution, we have x sub 2 is equal to 50 accrease of corn, which is from the table of pivot operation number 2, we have here the right hand side of 50. And this is for accrease of wheat. So we have to copy it and put in optimal solution. So our x sub 2 is equal to 50 accrease of corn. Since our decision variables there for x sub 2 is accrease of corn. So now our maximum profit for this example number 3 is $8,333.33 for profit for the maximization profit of this problem. So for z here, so if we look at the number 2 pivot operations of table, we got z here, right hand side of 8,300.33, which is the maximum profit of our problem. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something today from me. I know that linear programming is hard, but I'm trying to understand it.